Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Matt Bernier are kicking off the 50-cent late pick 5 at the Great Race Place Santa Anita on Saturday with the graded stakes action. It's the Grade 3 Santa Barbara for fillies and mares. They're going a mile and a half on the turf. Get involved in this late pick 5 with a DRF Bets account. Deposit $100, bet with $250. Learn more at bets.drf.com. Here's the field of fillies and mares getting set to go. 12 furlongs in the $100,000 Santa Barbara Stakes. And let's start things off with the horse they're all going to have to beat. The number 2, Cause for Commotion, who is getting good in the spring of 2018, Matt. Won the Possibly Perfect and just loved the way she did that going a mile and a quarter. And she has good races at a mile and a half as well. But unfortunately, after that race, she had a suspensory issue. It cost her the rest of 2018. She came back in an optional claimer at a mile. A, it was too short. B, it was probably a prep. C, there wasn't a lot of pace on display. You gotta think she's gonna run better second off this long layoff.
Yeah, I expect her to come back basically to the cause for commotion we saw last spring and early summer, showing that sort of ability to be a little bit closer if need be. She can come back if all of a sudden the pace is hot, and I don't think this distance is an issue for her. Even with that most recent run feeling like nothing more than a prep and the circumstances didn't play out ideally for her, she still finished ahead of a next out winner with that 84 buyer. I'm not going to fault anyone that says that Cause for Commotion is just simply better than these other horses. Having said that, I don't know that I want to take her at 2-1. I think there's some other intriguing alternatives.
Doug O'Neill had faith in Lynn's legacy, reclaimed this horse for $40,000, immediately was rewarded with a stakes win at Golden Gate Fields over the Tapeta, and last time out, graded stakes placing, so valuable for her potential as a broodmare down the road in the Grade 3 Santa Ana. I thought she was in a little bit of a tight spot turning into the stretch, changed back to her left lead when altering course to the far outside. All in all, a good effort behind Elysia's World, who, a mile and a half is not exactly Elysia's World game, but if she was entered in this race, she'd be bet.
I mean, we joked about it leading into that Santa Ana. When was the last time you saw a 12 furlong race to a 5/8 race to a 10 furlong race, and now we go out to 12 again? You brought up the fact that Elysia's World, if she were in here, she would certainly take money. The 5th place finisher was the next out winner with an 88 buyer. I understand she's run well at these longer distances. I personally still think she's better, slightly shorter, 9, maybe 8.5 furlongs. But look, she ran well enough most recently. She ran well enough 3 starts back. I understand why they're here.
Kodiak West, a stakes winner in Spain of all places, but also stakes placed in France where the racing is a lot better. And this filly has won in the States for Neil Drysdale. Scored 2 starts back, I thought, with a pretty decent trip at Del Mar. Blinkers come off for the second start of the form cycle, and she was in against a pretty good horse in Lamuna last time out. She's going to get a little bit of a test in distance, though, stretching all the way out.
Yeah, and I have to be honest with you, the field in that N2X most recently, you're right, Limuna is a nice enough horse. The rest of that field, it's just come back awful. I don't know what she was running against. I think she's facing better horses at a distance that's going to be a serious challenge for her.
Big challenge for the far outside horses. We take a look at the Timeform U.S. pace projector. Queen Bee to You is consistent enough, 10 times second from 25 lifetime starts, but she's going to be stretching out from 6.5 furlongs to a mile and a half if she runs in this race. She is also cross-entered at Santa Anita on Sunday. She's done good work on turf. She's done good work on dirt. I think this is too tough a spot for her. Selfishly, I'm hoping she scratches for reasons that will be explained in a bit.
I was going to say, I got to be honest, she's a nice Calbred. This seems like a little bit of a tall ask from a distance standpoint and from a class standpoint. If she goes to the other spot, I think she's better suited.
Let's take a look at our top selections for the Grade 3 Santa Barbara Stakes. I want her scratched because I want Animosity on the lead. And I think Patty Gallagher got real aggressive, too aggressive, with Animosity last year. She won her first 2 starts. She ran second in the Honeymoon behind Paved, who was kind of the bee's knees at that point. And then they rushed her into some tough spots. Did they really have to run her in the Del Mar Derby after she ran 11th in the Del Mar Oaks? And I think her confidence just took a tremendous hit. She's had 2 starts this year, and we've seen the progression. The downhill sprint, probably a prep. Last time out, she wired the field. I thought she looked good doing so. If the 6 scratches, I think Animosity can get to the lead. Can she get the distance? I'm hoping with a kind pace scenario she can. She's by Derby winner Animal Kingdom.
And it's not as though she was slowing down at the end of that most recent run. I think she's going to be able to see out the distance, especially if the pace situation ends up being much more advantageous for her. You take the 6 out. If Victor can just put her on the front and kind of get her to rate and relax a little bit, I think she's very, very dangerous in here. In the distance, sure, look, until they do it, you never know. But that's going to be the absolute best case scenario for her if she's out there by herself.
You're going to go with Juliana, the horse that finished behind Animosity last time out, but that was her first race off a layoff, and she is now stretching out to probably where she wants to be.
And also, I kind of look at, Timeform US, they had those internal splits color-coded red, and she made a little bit of an early brush. And I thought it was just a situation where she moved into the teeth of the pace that day. First off the bench, to me, it's just the ultimate sort of tightener. And now maybe she's going to be ready to move second off the bench. The big concern for me, though, is if the 6 scratches, it's going to be tough to run Animosity down.
Give me numbers.
I went 5, 1, 2, and 3 in here.
I'm going 1, 4, 2, 5 in the Grade 3 Santa Barbara Stakes. It's the feature race at Santa Anita. It kicks off a 50-cent late pick 5. Get involved with a DRF Bets account. Deposit $100 at bets.drf.com. Bet with $250. Approximate post time for the Santa Barbara, 3 o'clock Pacific. Good luck.